Another question that we get quite regularly, and it's a very difficult question to answer even for me, is how many hours do I study every week? And I think my just before you go in there, my impression is that students can jump in and try and hold on to a number, and if they don't reach that number, they can feel like they haven't achieved everything they should have. Or if they reach that number, they might have counted the hours, but might not have counted the value that those hours have given them.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I'm going to turn that question on its head, Alan. You know what I'm like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I am a firm believer, Alan, in working smart,
Mm.
not working hard. Yeah. And I think a better question is, how do I work? Let's say that the subject is, I don't know, the MCS case study exam. How do I optimize myself when I am studying? Not how many hours should I do? In other words, am I doing the right sort of thing? A simple example there would be, rather than doing 30 hours a week leading to the MCS exam, focus on what is going to move you forward in your studies. Focus on being at a keyboard, writing out answers to our practice questions. Focus on looking at the feedback that the Learnsignal markers give you to those practice questions. Focus on making sure that you do 3 mocks. So I think it's more about quality than quantity. But as a rough example, let's say it's one subject, let's say it's a case study exam. As a rough example, week on week, Alan, I would say that students get this wrong. And I've seen students, and I'm sure that you have, that are saying, well, I'm doing 4 hours a night, or I'm doing 2 hours a night every night of the week, and I'm in the library, Alan, from Saturday morning 9 until 6. And I'm thinking, this student's crazy, because there's no way that you could do optimal study all of that time. You may be in the library, but are you really doing good study? You're probably very tired. You may be on Facebook, etc., etc. So ballpark, for one subject, let's say it's a case study subject, I would say absolutely no more than probably around about 8 to 10, maybe. And that would be my tops. I think if you're doing more than that, you're overdoing it and you're missing out on some social activities. I'm not talking about going down to the pub and drinking beer. I'm talking about exercise, your partner, walking the dog, seeing your family. So 8 to 10 per week over a 6-week period. And I would say with an OT subject, probably not more, probably not too different. Probably not too different. Around about 8. Let's not be overdoing it, people. Let's work smart. Let's constantly test ourselves in our study sessions. Make them short and sharp, no more than 45 minutes, and make them doing, not reading. Yeah, definitely not. Does that make sense, Owen?
Perfect. Yeah.